My name is Russack. I'm from Hackettstown, New Jersey. I went to school at University of New Haven, and I was playing out there a little bit, playing with some guys. And I didn't know, I couldn't find my sound really to play with anybody. I felt like I didn't fit in. I liked playing, I liked jamming with people, but people's bands and projects seemed to be filled up, so I kind of had to just try to make something of my own. So I started writing songs. I like to focus more on storytelling a little bit, and just like inspirations kind of came and went as I started getting heavy into it. A lot of it started with really diving into Elliott Smith a lot. I first found Elliott when I was like 13, listening to Waltz No. 1. My cousin told me to listen to it. Then I was at guitar camp, and at the time when I listened to it, I was like, this song, which is one of my favorite songs now, it wasn't my cup of tea at the time when I was like young. And then when I was at guitar camp out in Connecticut, I was like about 14 years old or 15. All of a sudden, Baby Britain came on my iPod, and I guess I threw it on there. So Elliott Smith was like my driving factor of writing songs, or kind of like getting into like this kind of poppy vibe, but still saying something a little, more emotional, something I didn't understand at the time until I kept listening to it later on. Maybe the stories haven't happened to me specifically, but they happened to others, and that really impacts me. And try to write. It's like an author writing a book. Maybe it doesn't have to be so personal, but yet they get the point across, and it can touch other people's lives. Not to mention that I do write things that kind of hit a little closer to home, but it kind of varies song to song, and it kind of, it's sometimes may be harder to tell which ones are personal versus just a story that I'm kind of writing about. Every artist is going to say that they're honest, but this is something a little bit more just straight to the punch, sometimes hidden behind your metaphors. So it's like, I would say my music's honest, emotional, but rooted in tradition of like some of these songs that or some of these artists that I come from. So it's kind of this mix and blend of like, you've heard the sound before, and we've heard this story before, but maybe not in this, we haven't heard this story in this context, or we haven't heard this song with this kind of emotion to it, but it all kind of dwindles and ties together. One of the funnier things is when I'm playing live, and you start to find these people that actually you might not even know when they're requesting your original material. It's maybe not funny, like haha funny, but to me, I'm just I kind of am chuckling, and I'm like how who are you? Like how do you know this song? Like, I appreciate it, I love it. It's something that overfills, I'm sure, anybody, especially as a starting artist, or like kind of like a artist that's kind of been playing for years around the local areas, and they're saying like, hey, can you play this song? I played at a theater in Newton. It was a crowd of 500 people. And I think, I really couldn't tell you who requested the song, but it was somebody that was just like, hey, can you play Maple Avenue, a song of mine from my first record? And I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, this wasn't even on my agenda, to play tonight. But, I've got like, 10 more minutes to open up. I was like, let me just interject this one. I had to like laugh out loud a little bit from an experience like that. I've been working on this new record I'm putting out. It's going to be full length, about 12 songs or so. Really excited about this one, named To Be Determined. But that's definitely something to be looking out for on the horizons.
All before, from the man who slept outside your store. This is not about you, and you don't know what to do. So you close up shop and you hit the bar. The keeper asks about your scars. You cry, I don't know where to begin, about that bottle of gin. Barkeep says you got it good. You should look around this neighborhood. He laughed. You think it's all about you, then you don't have a fucking clue. so he kicks you out. It's almost 2. You're tripping on your 2 left shoes. You laugh, how do I make this all end? Me and my shadow friend. Then you cry, how do I make this all end? Me and my shadow friend.
This is Zach Russack saying thank you very much for watching this video live at City View Sound. Like, comment, subscribe, and definitely hit that bell that I'm pointing to. I better be pointing to the bell right now. Pointing to the bell right here for more information and to get notified. Thank you.
You're tripping on your 2 left shoes. You laugh,